Well, Arsenal are interested in Sacha Boey, a player that plays for a team known as Galatasaray. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Tomiyasu Injury boost, something that is going to excite Arsenal fans all over the world. Known back this season, but the pre-season is going to find him fully fit. And Bukayo Saka has gotten his say onto the new kit of Arsenal, and I think most of you have already seen it, and Saka has already gone ahead to don it. Now he has something to tell you, the Arsenal fans, about this kit and why you should go all out and relegate it in. So it's a Saturday. We are having a fantastic day. It's chilly where I am, and I hope you guys are really having a wonderful afternoon as the Almighty Lord is really protecting you and obviously doing wonders for you. Now, Fabrizio Romano went ahead and really told us the following about this player known as Sacha Boey. Now, he told us this morning that Arsenal are one of the two English clubs interested or informed on Sacha Boey deal conditions, but told no meeting took place with Arsenal at this stage. Galatasaray board asked for at least 25 million euros fee during meetings in London. CAA Stella now representing Boey, as reported yesterday. Now, Boey wants a move. Sacha Boey wants a move out of Galatasaray, and very many teams are interested in him. What shows that he really wants a move? He changed his agency, all management agency, to CAA Stella. What does that mean when the player changes his agency? It means that the player is badly wanting a move out of the club where he is, and he wants to go on and really go to another league that can best get out the best out of him. And we've seen players do this a lot, you know, the likes of Franz Neda, also wanted by Arsenal. He changed his agent in the winter transfer window. Then Rasmus Højlund, another striker that Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, Spurs, and very many others are really eyeing at, has gone ahead to change his agency. So it has called all out the media houses to really pay attention as to why the player is calling in to really go out and do the needful and really change his agency. So Sacha Boey is a player that Arsenal is interested in. Now, before we go any further, one will ask himself, who is Sacha Boey? Sacha Boey is a 22-year-old player who plays for Galatasaray and plays as a right back, but he can also play as a central defender. He's 1.78 meters tall and is a French international. Talking about France, Arsenal really has lots of connections in France, you know. When they signed Gabriel Magalhaes, United was interested in him by then. It showed me that Edu has huge scouts that really follow French players, and he's a French player who has gone ahead to play 29 games in the league of Turkey. He has gone ahead to score 1 goal and has gone ahead to put in 4 assists. If you watch him play, you really understand why Arsenal are interested in a player like him, because he offers a lot going forward, and defensively he's quite really a good player. He's a beast of a player. His physicality is undoubted, and it's tailor-made for the Premier League. So Sacha Boey is a player that Arsenal are interested in him, and you never know, he might be the first signing of Arsenal this summer. So last summer we were shocked by the coming in of Fabio Vieira. No one saw it coming. We just saw Fabrizio Romano putting in, here we go, because we're never even put in the, you know, that Arsenal are really chasing down for a player. But Sacha Boey has found himself in the position of being in this caliber of stories that Arsenal are interested in him, and they want to sign the player to come in and obviously play as the right back of Arsenal. Remember, Arsenal has been having huge problems in the right back position. Tomiyasu injury prone, and Arteta has now gotten to know that I need a right back who can as well play as a central defender, and this is what Sacha Boey gives you. He plays as a right back. He can also play as a right-sided centre back. Now, Simon Collins, a correspondent of Arsenal for the Evening Standard, also gone ahead and confirmed to us that Arsenal are interested in Galatasaray right back Sacha Boey with fullback, an area that the club want to strengthen. Galatasaray are thought to want around 20 million euros for Boey, who is understood to be open to the idea of moving to the Premier League. Now, I think 5 million euros cannot stop Arsenal from getting in this play if at all they want him, because the right back position is the one that needs to be addressed, and that really means Arsenal aren't going in for Cancelo, and the reason as why they're not going in for Cancelo looks like Man City will make it hard to sell the player to them. And if at all you don't know Sacha Boey, that is the blood and that's his photo. So Sacha Boey, if at all he comes in at Arsenal, that puts an end to Cancelo, according to me. That's it, because Arsenal would have gone ahead to make their decision on the player they want to be the right back. Looks like they're going in for Sacha Boey, and lots of news are going to be around him in the next 1 or 2 weeks, and Arsenal might fight to get this deal out of the way, because Arsenal wants to always go to the preseason with its players that have gone ahead to sign with them. Last season, even Zinchenko, the last signing, found them at the preseason and played like 2 games with Arsenal. That is it. So it shows you that Arsenal are really interested in this player, and they want him signed at Arsenal before July. That is Sacha Boey. So let's wait and see what happens at Arsenal. But it's said Arsenal value the player at 20 million euros. Galatasaray value the player at 25. So Arsenal needs to just add some 5 million euros and obviously get the player. And we'll be letting you know about the latest about Sacha Boey at Arsenal. Now, as we talk about Sacha Boey coming in as a right back of Arsenal, there is the right back of Arsenal who has been injury prone ever since the March of 2020. Was it the March? I think ever since the February of 2022. And this season, he has not played enough games for Arsenal. And this is going to worry Arsenal. And Mikel Arteta has decided to go in for Sacha Boey. But it's Tomiyasu as we talk about the player. Now, Sam Jedin is a football reporter for the Daily Telegraph and Sunday Telegraph, has confirmed us that Arsenal lost Tomiyasu to a serious knee injury in March. Mikel Arteta said on Friday that he hopes that Tomiyasu will be fit for preseason, but it's feared that he could be out for much longer. So, Arsenal and Tomiyasu is a long story. You know, I worry a little bit for the player and the club of Arsenal that the player is really solid. He's one of those players that Arteta signed and fit in like a glove in his team, especially in the season of 2021-2022. Tomiyasu had a very decent season, and he was in the conversation of one of the best right backs in the league. That is Tomiyasu. He's very much talented, but the problem has been injuries, and that's why Mikel Arteta has found himself in a position of wanting to get in players like Sacha Boey. You know, I think with the capabilities of Tomiyasu being able to play at the right back and central defense, Arteta never found it important to sign a centre back who is really right-footed, because he knew I could switch Tomiyasu to play as the right back, then I get in Ben White as a right-sided centre back. That's why amongst all central defenders, he went in for Jakub Kiwior, a left-sided centre-back, because he knew when Gabriel Magalhaes gets an injury, he never had a left-sided centre-back. So he had planned his season very well, but the injury of Tomiyasu just caused problems. Even if Saliba would have been out and Tomiyasu would have been present, I think Mikel Arteta would have found himself in a position of going out and shifting Ben White back to the central defense and Tomiyasu onto the right side. But with Arsenal loaning even Cedric Soares, they had no options left, and they had to really improvise on who should play onto the right side of the centre back. Then they brought in Rob Holding, Jakub Kiwior, and it showed you that it was really a lot of drama around Arsenal. Yet he wanted the best out of their team, and I think the Tomiyasu injury is the best contributor to Arsenal losing the trophy, because if it was all about William Saliba and Tomiyasu was present, then Benny White would have gone ahead to play as a right-sided centre back, because he has always gone ahead to play into that position, and the world have seen him succeed playing into that position very, very many times. So Mikel Arteta is hopeful that he's going to return in the summer pre-season. That is it. Though there are thoughts that he might really take much longer. I understand why he might take much longer, because they don't want to hurry him back and obviously see him get back to injury. To me, I believe this should be the last chance given to Tomiyasu. If he happens to be injury prone, like has always gone ahead to be, I think Arsenal bought him on a cheap. Was it 17 million pounds from, was it Bologna? I think Bologna from Italy. You just try to get a team that can get you like 20-25 million pounds, and then you get him off the shelf, because he is really going to be one of those that is going to cost you season in, season out. So let's wait and see what's going to happen for Tomiyasu, but it looks like there is an injury boost and an injury hope that he's going to return for the preseason. If he doesn't return for the preseason early enough and then returns and gets an injury, I think that will be over for Tomiyasu. With the right backs Arsenal are really trying to bring in, I think he might be history at Arsenal. So that's it, and let's end this story with the thoughts of Bukayo Saka on the new jersey of Arsenal. Saka had to say on the home kit of 23-24, "We are in this together. The support we've received this season, home and away, from supporters around the world and from colleagues and friends across the Arsenal family have been immense." Then he concluded by saying, "Celebrating this moment together makes us excited to wear this shirt next season. It's so powerful when we know teammates, supporters, and friends are driving us. We are stronger when we are moving forward together." That is Bukayo Saka for you. And that kit is really on market, especially the replica. And this is how it is looking. That is how it's looking. That is Bukayo Saka donned into that jersey of Arsenal with some Arsenal fans. That was a photo shoot that went ahead to really go viral. So Saka is excited, but he has referred his excitement to the fans of Arsenal and how they are a family in this together. And I think he's one of those players that should go outside there and really ask himself where it went wrong on him in the last 10 games of the league. Some Arsenal fans believe that if at all they had scored that penalty, if at all Saka had scored that penalty against West Ham, maybe the game would have been killed off and Arsenal have gone ahead to get more and more momentum, to see to it that they really put pressure onto City. So that is Arsenal for you, and that is Bukayo Saka into that jersey, and everything is up to you now to go into the comment section. Tell me what you think about Arsenal interested in Sacha Boey, who plays as a right back and a centre back. Would you go in for Cancelo or you go in for Sacha Boey, 22 years of age? And what do you think about Takehiro Tomiyasu injury boost towards the preseason of Arsenal? And lastly, what Saka has to say about the new kit of Arsenal. All that and more into the comment section below. A sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the Almighty Lord protect you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. It has been the Arsenal News Show, and the YouTube channel is Rokani Media Football. And get to know that this is Rokani David, your host. Ciao, ciao.